Yeah, he's literally writing me.
And you're letting him?
Can't really
That's
stop
crazy.
him.
That's
I'm riding a bird and he's
crazy.
riding me, so like what am I supposed to do?
That's crazy. Well, hopefully you guys summon me because I'm just standing here. Dick in my hand, I'm stroking my shit.
Look at my shit, I got lotion on my dick. I go horny as fuck, man. Oh shit.
Remoria unique quest. What?
Remonia. You turn it in for a bunch of anima?
You can turn it in for anime?
Yep.
Fuck that. I don't want to do that shit.
Mm.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Bet you would. Given the chance, you would.
Congrats, Twink Boy.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Good job, Twink Boy.
Huh?
Bro hasn't seen fucking Scarab Lord. It's crazy.
Alright, I haven't.
You haven't? Yeah,
No.
Something epic. And then it happens. It always does. The unchecked idea gives birth to a goal I know is improbable. But
I remember Michael screaming about me to watch it like forever ago, and I never did.
I tried and he won't fucking watch my streams while we do old content. There's no way Jared plays this.
Ninja Way.
Play what?
I want to play with your butt. Like a flute.
That's actually gay. Preston, he's gay. He wants to
You
fuck
just figure that out.
Why wouldn't you just say that? Like, I mean, come on. Why you always got to
Preston
this
just wants you just figured that out. It's crazy.
Love yourself now. Your life literally.
Jared's still not watching the video.
As a summer ant.
No. Brother, watch my stream.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Are you gonna make me watch it?
Yeah, we're gonna summon you.
Hey, what's up? Dear Barney Beekeeper, you've been nominated for Horde Content Creator of the Year because this bit takes place.
What's the matter, queer?
Please come to Moonglade on January. Possibly the entire population of Grobulus to celebrate our server's success and community. On this sacred night of festivities, the Horde and the Alliance would lower their weapons of war and instead raise a tankard of Rumsey Red.
There's so many people there.
A toast to all those who make our server great, and plus 15 stam for 15 minutes. Nice. The sheer
I think I'll do a wrap around.
Unlike anything I had previously experienced.
We'll wrap around.
Orgrimmar on a Tuesday night is pretty busy, but this was something else.
Wait, I think I
What?
did. I do this week already?
Just do it with us.
Nope, you haven't, because it's the bosses are not saved, so
And you're
you
also
wouldn't even be able to walk in if you had.
Oh, okay.
Fucking cool if you ask me. Transfers to Grobulus are open. The winners for most active.
Yeah, I need to do it this week and next week, and then I have all my shit unlocked.
Turns out that building is cursed. Item 1. In the midst of the event, a random Tauren can be seen appearing out of literal thin air behind me. He trades me a lucky charm, then disappears back.
His name is fucking Stan.
Perhaps me from
Let's just go fuck the boss, guys. I want to touch it.
sighting of the famous
Look at this guy's.
No, you have to get the anima powers.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, I made it in. Oh my god.
assassinated by unseen assailants shortly after jumping off the building.
Ooh.
From another universe? I mean, that is something I would do, and I was left on low health.
Oh, the shield's actually really cool. Holy
Ooh,
fuck.
wait, that's a cool shield. I don't have that.
It's haunted by me from a parallel universe.
And he gets it.
Fuck!
Influential content creator on Horde.
Actually insane.
Beekeeper. Wait, I won?
Bullshit, man.
It's okay. Jared wins everything. You should have not been playing a paladin today.
Eh.
Your only luck is a double drop.
Oh, and dude, and those boots I got has a speed on it.
I hate you.
But as I cast my gaze across the crowd of cheering faces, I felt a
Oh actually so good.
Suddenly I felt purpose, inspiration, and responsibility. If I am to be the Horde's greatest...
I'm telling you, Michael, this season, I'm gonna have every piece of gear with a turnstile on it.
I legitimately believe you. It's actually
I'm
such
gonna
a
get
stupid
every
goal.
piece of
It's
gear.
literally such a stupid goal to have, but I legitimately know that you're actually able to do it because of your
But you
fucking
think I
stupid
could
ass luck.
probably do it?
Literally anybody else tells me that, I'd be like, you're retarded, and you're gonna owe me
You're
like 10 million
retarded.
gold. Yeah, not even. I'm gonna take you up on a bet or anything. I'm just gonna go, yeah, bro, you're retarded. You're actually mentally deficient.
Me? Nah, I'm gonna do it.
A scarab lord.
Okay, we have to kill all of these guys, by the way.
Yep.
I did find that out the hard way. Every time I have to go kill those guys out there, I have to literally jump off and TP back, otherwise I die.
Can't just fucking lightning them, bro.
No, they won't kill them. It doesn't hit that hard. You might be able to bubble and go across, but I don't think it's worth it. We just have to go to the chains over there.
Why is it so epic? And where the hell have all the videos been, huh? Where have my videos been? Where are the
You got it.
video, Barney? Barney, what up, dude? Is the vid coming? New video when, Barney B? Hey guys.
Make sure you get that guy over there.
Do you know what the video is coming? Did you know every day I check your channel and cry cause no upload? Did you know you can get 68% off
Get this guy over here.
NordVPN plan at nordvpn.com/Barney64? You also get 1 month free with a 30-day money back guarantee. Make new content. Do you know about this community? When is the
Jared, you're gonna go on that side.
you keep saying there is going to be video when? Just call me on my cell phone later. My love. Foot reveal? Wow, seems like you guys really have a lot of
What reveal?
Let's start with the easy ones. Where have I been? You know, just enjoying my favorite game where bosses can just decide to walk out of
Okay, everyone, go to your corners.
as they were about to die.
Kill.
But what if
Kill.
that boss had a move where every time someone died, he leveled up, making him bigger and stronger? Man, it would sure suck if he could teleport you to him so you fall under the map and die and get kicked from the game because the game knows you're out of bounds, but then you get stuck in an infinite loop of just logging in, falling, and being kicked. I was also playing a little bit of Animal Crossing. I found this strange monument under my house, and there was this skull that whispered to me, boasting ancient forbidden alchemical secrets. How to transmute gold at that price. That awful price. I did things to those animals. Horrible things. Unspeakable things. Was it even worth it? Yes.
Oh, Chew Toys.
My favorite video game. Did we go through that? Existential Dread. I played through RimWorld again. Probably going to make this into a video though, so shouldn't really show this. Also, planning to make this entire video series that you're watching right now. You're welcome. It's Scarable.
Hey, Michael, those hands I just got have indestructible.
Shut the fuck
on
up.
them.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
come here, Jared, come here, Jared, come here.
Oh
Jared,
my
come here.
god.
Jared, come here.
Memorize it all anyway, and it starts with the gates
What?
of Ankara.
Oh my gosh, he's taking his pants off.
He's taking his pants off.
Where's the back?
He's taking his pants off.
Awesome.
However, these raids aren't actually open yet because
Cool.
the gates of Anchorage are closed.
Thanks, bro.
So how do we
Thanks,
open
bro.
the gate? Well, the Anchorage patch didn't just introduce these 2 new raids, it also introduced a server-wide event known as the War Effort and a very, 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 very long, notorious questline known as the Scepter questline. The War Effort is a giant.
Don't worry, I
cross-faction
got you
quest
with that
that
blessing of
requires each
freedom
faction to
from
hand in
movement
several
speed.
thousand materials of varying rarities. Did I say a couple thousand? Sorry, I meant tens of
I'm the horsey.
thousands. Once both factions have completed their list, there is a 5-day real-time
Meow.
war NPCs will
Bye,
move
nerd.
from their current location to Silithus. And
Did you just say minor?
Silithus, the Scarab
Said
God
bye,
is
nerd.
to be
Oh.
revealed. This is where the
It's like,
Scepter
what
quest
the
Minor.
fuck?
The questline is a
You paying attention to what Barney has to do?
Jared, pop quiz.
Kind of.
What are the 4 things he has to do?
He's gotta.
Restart the whole
Fine.
fucking video.
He's gotta say, dude. I can't play the game and focus on that. At
Here,
the same
just
time.
watch. What is a Scarab Lord?
is a Scarab Lord. Whilst I'm
That's
sure
the mount,
you
right?
probably well know what a Scarab Lord is.
Yes,
Ultimately.
but this explains what he has to do to be a Scarab Lord.
In
This-
this
being a
patch of
Scarab
World
Lord
of
gets you the
Warcraft,
mount,
Blizzard introduced
but
the 20-man raid
to become a
Ruin
Scarab
Yeah,
Lord,
okay, I'm
it's
listening,
and
I'm
stuff.
20-man raid Temple of Anchorage. However, these raids aren't actually open yet because the gates of Anchorage are closed. So how do we open the gate? Well, the Anchorage patch didn't just introduce these 2 new raids, it also introduced a server-wide event known as the War Effort and a very, 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 very long, notorious questline known as the Scepter questline. The war effort is a giant cross-faction fetch quest that requires each faction to hand in several thousand materials of varying rarities. Did I say a couple thousand? Sorry, I meant tens of thousands. Once both factions have completed their list, there is a 5-day real-time waiting period where the war NPCs will move from their current location to Silithus. And once they arrive in Silithus, the Scarab Gong is able to be rung. This is where the Scepter questline
Fuck,
comes
I almost
in.
ran off the
Scepter
fucking edge.
questline is a grueling,
Yeah.
grindy, gargantuan task that requires an entire guild support just to stand a chance of completion. And trust me, you're gonna see every single step of this bastard quest, so don't worry if I'm not going into enough detail for
What trait
you
is this
just
called?
yet. You will suffer it.
What?
Oh, Sanctum.
I have. All you need to know right now
Yeah, if you
is
press
that
Shift,
the
yeah, it
Scepter
should show it
questline
up.
Don't forget.
rewards you
Don't
with
miss
Scepter
the. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
and
There you
once
go.
the war effort event has concluded and exactly 5 days have passed, a player can use this scepter to ring the gong outside Anchorage and open the raid for their server. Following this, there is a 10-hour period where any other scepter bearers can also ring.
There's no way,
Why
bro.
would anyone else want to ring the gong if the raid is already open?
What, the
that's
requirements of the
6 hours
quest?
Time.
No, not that. I mean, it is ridiculous, but I got another thing with another dirt stat on it.
I fucking hate you, bro.
Wow.
Don't even talk about. Don't even speak.
In World of
You've
Warcraft,
lost
mounts are the
privileges.
status symbol. In some ways, they're more of a representation of your journey.
Bro, I don't want to tell you.
You are your mount. If you go to retail right now, you'll notice 2 things. 1, it sucks, and 2, everyone just spends all their time collecting mounts from legacy content.
Guess what we're doing right now,
Same
Jared.
thing. I'm reading Oldwa as I record this audio.
Look what he's doing.
Oh, tab! I'm here! Scholars and intellectuals have debated for centuries that the obsession for collecting mounts is the only thing keeping retail afloat, and I would have to agree with them. Mount culture permeates every nook and cranny of this game, and it only grows stronger as each expansion introduces even more mounts. But in a community-driven game that has evolved past the need for community, people aren't going to remember you. They'll only remember your mount, so you better make sure that mount is lit. Proof of your skill, proof of your ability to commit to a grind, proof that you're a lucky son of a bitch. Anything is good as long as you're flexing. And this obsession for
True.
flexing rare mounts can be traced all the way back to vanilla with the Black Karaji Resonating Crystal. Unquestionably the rarest mount in the game, even still to this day. This mount was the Doombringer, the harbinger of the end times, purely because of how rare and exclusive Blizzard made this mount. You see, this mount can only be obtained by those that ring the Scarab Gong during the 10-hour event I mentioned earlier. And once the event is over, the mount can never be obtained ever again.
Never,
This
ever.
is the ultimate World of Warcraft flex. This mount is what it means to be a Scarab Lord. This mount tells the tale of true gaming legends. Now buckle up for 10 minutes of lore, bitch. Welcome to Silithus, the insect-infested desert of Kalimdor. Eons ago, this desert was still a desert, I guess, but it was home to many bugs. Which I guess is still exactly the same. But it was different back then, okay? You know, back when Azeroth used to look like this before Queen Ashara went and blew up the Well of Eternity. Great job. Now, these bugs were called the Akir, and the Akir were a sentient race of insectoids who were born from old god poop. Don't believe me? Look it up. Anyway, the Akir just kind of vibed for a couple centuries, not really doing much, not really making any history, not really doing anything that would draw anyone's attention. But then, the Titans attacked. From space! The Titans, who are like giant space dudes born from planets, were frolicking through the universe one day when they stumbled upon the planet of Azeroth and realized something was off.
Wait, is this planet Pregnante?
And yes, the planet was
Pregnante.
pregnant, which is good, but there was still something off, which was bad. Hey guys, should there be giant eldritch horrors infecting the planet?
Yeah, we should probably do something about that.
So the Titans swooped in on Azeroth and punched all the old gods really hard. Except for Armenthal, he kind of went overboard and ripped the old god Yasharj straight from the planet, which was a mistake.
Oh fuck, what have I done?
A deep crevice formed where Yasharj was snapped from, and Azeroth's lifeblood poured out. Realizing that it's not simple, you can't just kill the old gods, the Titans decided instead to construct giant prisons for the old gods. Prisons that would also function as research centers so they could try to figure out how the hell to save this baby. Now remember the Akir? Turns out the Titans kinda decided to build Cthulhu's prison right on top of where they were living because what are they going to do about it? And the Akir was squished. A couple thousand years later, the Titans are off in another universe doing Titan stuff. But don't worry, they built some stone robots to run these prisons. What could go wrong? Now that the land isn't swarming with old gods and isn't yet swarming with elves or humans, it's a pretty good day to be a troll. This is the height of the troll empire, the golden arc of troll kind. They're everywhere, and they run this shit. The Jakari tribe probably should have...
If you freedom yourself, Preston, it should give you movement speed.
Saron's most dedicated servant, a dude called Kithix. And guess what?
He's pissed.
He's pissed. Swearing vengeance against the trolls for waking him up, Kithix used his mind magic to scan the planet for insecure beings ripe for manipulation. And he found what he was looking for.
One of the greatest fights.
From earlier, turns out they're not all dead. They're just underground and really sad about it.
Fuck.
Perfect targets. And so he began whispering to them.
NordVPN.
As well as this video sponsor.
Reproduced into an army, and Kithix was ready to go to war with the trolls. Only he definitely wasn't ready to go to war with the trolls because he actually got his ass handed to him like the same day, and then Kithix just fucking died. Fuck this, said some of the Akir. We're just gonna go back underground. And then they ran away to the north to create the subterranean kingdom of Asjol Naru. The rest of the Akir, who definitely didn't want to go back underground, decided, no, it's time to rise up and take back our land. They ransacked the prison of Cthulhu and started building an insect kingdom inside it. It's hard to say whether or not the Akir knew that there was an old god unconscious in the basement, but what we do know is that Cthulhu's latent energies started transforming the Akir, and before long they had become an entirely new race, the Karaji. They named their old god prison hive kingdom Ankaraj, and then they just fell asleep for like 1,000 years. 1,000 years later, Azeroth looked...
Are you both just sitting there?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm flashing a light if I need to.
Silithus is now a night elf territory because the
I'm spamming Todd, I'm spamming Todd.
Into a lush green forest.
I'm taking no damage, bro.
And call it Dordrasil. Oh, also Cthulhu just woke up.
No! No! He actually wasn't low enough to Todd.
So all the bugs woke up and flooded Silithus, and it sucked. Hey, these bugs are killing us, the night elf said to the archdruid.
Hey, these bugs are killing us.
Don't worry, guys. My son got this. And his son was like, wait, what? And then his son died, because he definitely didn't got this. No, the archdruid cried. My son is dead. I'm too depressed to war. And so the bugs pushed the night elves out of Silithus into Ungoro and made 3 hives, here, here, and here. Then the bugs pushed the night elves out of Ungoro into Tanaris and made a hive here. And then the bugs pushed into Tanaris and made 2 hives here and here. And by this point, the night elves were like, hey, these bugs are still killing us. Do something, archdruid. And the archdruid was like, don't worry, guys. The bronze drakes got this. And the bronze drakes were like, wait, what? No, we don't care about this. Knock, knock. It's the Karaji army with huge bugs with swords. Sword bugs. Open the caverns of time. Stop having them be closed.
No?
Now that the bugs had tried to move on his territory,
No.
Anachronos was angry, so angry. He called up all his dragon friends to come help him nuke the bugs and push them back into Ankaraj. One by one, the Drakes used their signature forbidden jutsus to thin the Karaji numbers. And then Anachronos and the Archdruid channeled their energies to create a giant gate.
He's not even wrong, though. That's the best part about it.
TM. With his
Is it right or left, right?
Doesn't matter, we can go right or left first.
Go either way.
We just can't do KT.
With it, he formed a sacred gong. He then produced 3 ultra-rare gems, and together with the leftover obsidian, he fashioned a scepter.
Should you ever need to reopen these gates, take this scepter and ring the gong.
The archdruid received the scepter, turned to Anachronos and said, what? I'm not going in there. Ever. And then he smashed the scepter into little pieces, and Anachronos was like,
Hey, Dick?
And then he flew off. Present day. Turns out the bugs have realized, wait, this is a wall. We can just climb over it. Some of us have wings. Like, what are we doing? So now Silithus is being swarmed again, and we need to open these gates to take the fight to the source. And unlike the bugs, we can't just climb over the wall. So if we're going to open these gates, we need to rebuild the Scepter of the Shifting Sands. And to do that, we're going to need help. Lots of help. Please, please wish me luck. Welcome to day 1 of patch 1.13.5. Turns out you can just climb over.
Wait till he's in the room, wait till he's in the room, wait till he's in the room, wait till he's in the room.
That,
you are an absolute fucking animal, Jared.
Huh?
I said wait until he's in the room.
Okay, he was in the room.
Raids don't actually work until the gates are open. That sucks. Blocked out of content? Thanks a lot, Blizzard. Man, the last time I was blocked out of content like this was when I moved back to the UK and could no longer watch US Netflix. You know, the good one. Hey, stop listening to my thoughts.
W.
That's fucked
There's
up.
no way you rolled a 100.
If only there was a way I could buy watch The Office on Netflix instead of
You know what's even crazier, Michael?
I don't.
It's got Tersh stat on it.
Okay, I guess now you know I don't like friends.
Bro,
We
what
gonna
the
stay out in the game now?
fuck?
Thanks. But seriously, if anyone knows how to bypass region blocks,
Have you got a
just
piece
know
on
that
every
they're
single gear
awful.
today?
Personally, I guess we'll know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, call me when they play the one.
Oh,
with
I
the
definitely meant to double tap spacebar and I pressed Alt twice instead
Laughter
and almost
inside my
died.
head. Welcome to Cenarian Hold. The
Yeah, we can
final
go left here.
outpost. Here we can find Baristolf of the Shifting Sands. Hey, what's up? I'm Baristolf of the Shifting Sands. All you need to know about this guy is that he was brought back to life by Anachronos with magic sand, and now his eternal service is that he has to stand here and just watch forever. And if you think that sounds miserable, I take no pleasure in telling you that his fate gets so much worse. Like right now, I'm supposed to be picking my quest up from him. You may have noticed he's not fucking here. We'll get to that later. Luckily for me, another Scarab Lord target in my guild had picked up the quest earlier and was able to share it. Oh, right, Scarab Lord targets. I should probably tell you about that. Getting Scarab Lord requires a lot of people with a lot of time. So many people and so much time that even large guilds will usually opt to grind for just the one Scarab Lord. And for the most part, that was the case on Grobulus. One guild, one Scarab Lord target. However, my guild, Final Boss, let's just say we had bigger plans. Ask anybody on Grobulus what they think of Final Boss, and the answer will probably vary. To some, they're just your average sweaty raiding guild.
Final Boss are sweaty nerds.
They're try-hard long.
I went to a dungeon with some Final Boss members, and they were all so geared that I ended up with all the loot. It was awesome. Made me forget about my terrible home life.
To others, Final Boss are the living embodiment of everything that is wrong with my classic experience.
Guys, I finally
Most
won
of the
something.
pertinent
I won a
server
gun.
villains you ever did see. The bad guys.
Final Boss are toxic trash.
I hate them. Okie dokie spits on the ground.
I heard you have to go fully world buff to every raid or they kick you.
Final Boss may have every realm first, but they will never have live.
As you can see,
Lives.
we have quite the reputation. And given that this is a roleplay,
Wait, I'm not
it would
there.
be
I'm
very
really slow,
in character of
guys.
us to slack during this event.
How is the monk slower than both paladins?
I actually don't know.
Like what?
Why stop at 2 Scarab Lords when you can have 3? No. But
Pressing my
wait,
extraction button.
Watch what I do right here. Why stop at 3 Scarab Lords when you could just not stop at all? What? That's crazy. This is my guild Scarab Lord target list. If this looks long and ridiculous to you, that's because it is. There is absolutely no way everyone on
Yay.
this list is getting Scarab Lord, but when the goal is to get as many as possible, there's nothing wrong with overshotting the list. And who's that all the way at the bottom of the list? It's me! It's not looking good. But you guys know me, I'm just here for the experience. And the mischief.
Alright, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go!
I've been dying to try. It's a pun.
I gotta take the
Is
thing.
it likely I'm going to
Yep.
get Scarab Lord? No, not even.
Yeah.
But I want to see how far I can get nonetheless. After
Alright, you ready for me to get this bow?
And what
Dude,
kind of
last time I did
would
this,
be if I
2
didn't
fucking
give it
bows
my
dropped.
best shot? Also, I swore to myself.
You ready
that
for
I
me to
would
get
make a
this
good
bow?
this event because you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get this bow.
Allegedly.
I hope I get the dagger.
Right
Or
now,
the
Baristolf needs
quiver?
us to check
I don't
if
know.
Anachronos and his
I'm
crew
gonna
are home.
get
He'd do
this
it himself, but he's
bow.
bound to this location
Maybe I
by
get the
blood,
daggers.
I guess
Yeah, I am.
Now, your average troglodyte moron would pick up this quest
Quivers
and then
would be
take
cool,
the
too.
5-minute flight path to Tenaris and then walk the 5-minute trek to Anachronos.
Maybe double
Like,
bows
so
for
you
both of
have
y'all?
entered the real gaming zone. Wow, the power of planet. It's just that easy. So now we're in Tenaris outside the caverns of
You know what's
time.
even better? I can
Well,
just get the
actually,
fucking mount
inside a
off rip.
ghoul outside the caverns of time. Don't worry about it. Our current mission
Better get the bow and the mount.
Mount, and then Michael's gonna fucking scream.
I'm actually gonna scream if you guys get the mount before me. It's gonna happen. That's how it always works.
And then I waited for my summon back to Cenarian Hold. A warrior attacked me on low health, which I don't want. I wasn't even trying to fight. Look, I blinded him. I was trying to run away and take my summon. But then I saw his last stand run out. Oh yeah, like you take the summon without killing the guy on 1 health. Anyway.
She's not taking any damage, guys.
Cenarian Hold and went to hand in the quest to Baristol. The observative among you will of course notice he's still not fucking here.
He's up.
Yeah, it turns out if you flag yourself as at war with the Cenarian Hold, you can just kill Baristolf. Well, that's good game design. Naturally, where there's the potential for griefing, you will usually find a griefer. But in this case, we weren't so lucky for there to be only one.
Enter Epi for Scarab Lord.
No one knows who these anonymous agents of chaos were, where they came from, or even what their motive was. The identity of these fiends is still a heated point of contention today, with fingers being pointed aimlessly in every which direction at every witch guild, backed up by an underwhelming amount of circumstances.
I RSK'd that bitch.
Intellectuals expect the identity of the Epi for Scarab Lord
Don't wait for her to
stay
come in the middle.
unsolved Grobulus mystery until the
Last
end.
one, she's got one more
But you
teleport.
don't need to know their identities or to understand their motives to understand their goal, because their goal was pretty fucking clear. Baristolf must die. So here's what happened. The Griefers would revive and kill Baristolf, then people would retaliate and kill the Griefers. 10 minutes later, Baristolf would respawn, and the Griefers would revive and kill Baristolf.
Got the
rinse
split.
and repeat. But not only was Baristolf
One of y'all go left,
griefed,
one of you go right.
it would make things too
One left.
simple. People were also openly PvPing in the streets, knowing there was too much going on for the guards to
Do not fall
anything
off.
about it. But naturally defending yourself would get you immediately killed by those guards. Oh, also I have a raid at 11 because for the next part of the quest I have to kill a guy in Blackwing Lair and bring his head to Baristolf, so really hope I can pick that quest up sometime soon.
She's literally just fucking pot-shotting me, and I actually can't do anything about it. Oh, she spawned on me!
Damn, please.
Barney, you get it? That's your time.
Nope, I'm fucking dead. Haha.
I'd love to see a video of this from your perspective.
It's not very interesting. I gotta completely be. Yes. Yes. Let's fucking go. That was the worst shit I've ever done. Oh, how naive I was back then. Little did I know I'd come to long for those days of waiting 2 hours to pick up a quest. But as for right now, I'm kind of late for that raid. Yes, 39 other people were waiting for me whilst this fuckery was going on. Thanks, Epi for Scarab Lord. I honestly wasn't expecting the level of griefing to be this high right off the bat, but as a wise man once said,
If you didn't expect this to happen, I don't know what world you're living in.
welcome to Blackwing Lair. In the dark recesses of the mountain's peak, Nefarian, the eldest son of Deathwing, conducts some of his most awful experimentation, controlling mighty beings like puppets and combining the eggs of different dragonflights with horrific results. Should he prove successful, even darker pursuits rest on the horizon. But we didn't come here for another lore tangent. Even the quest doesn't have a lore reason as to why we're here to kill Broodlord Lashlayer specifically, we just have to do it to prove our worth. You'd think if that was the case, they'd have us collect the Head of Firemore, you know, the actual hardest encounter in the raid, implying Classic is hard. Now, this raid I'm in isn't my normal weekly raiding team. With so many Scarab Lord targets and
She's
only
actually
one
below
raiding
dead,
team,
by the
I
way.
can only clear Blackwing Lair 5 times a week, and with no way of knowing just how fast the war effort might complete, those 5 raids might be the only heads that can go towards Scarab Lords. Some servers were predicted to, and did, finish their war effort hand-ins on day 1, and whilst Grobulus wasn't predicted to finish...
Oh wait, she died?
Yeah, we Giga killed her.
Chance at Scarab Lord, you need to get a Broodlord head on your first weekly lock.
Hey, there's that quiver.
When you're last on the list in
Yay.
a situation where
Yay.
not even your guild has enough raids to go around, you have to get creative.
Yay.
So I joined a GDKP.
Wait, I actually got a mount? Oh, I already have it. Never mind.
GDKP
I'm deleting it.
is a
DELETE.
by a trusted member of the community. They need to be trusted
It was
because
the
if
renown for hitting a level,
bid
certain
on
level
with gold,
renown.
Once the raid is complete, the raid will move to a location and bid on all the
Alright, time to go do sepulchre and then we're done.
Once all the items
I got 5 pieces with Tersh stats from that.
I fucking hate you.
You make a nice long queue, and then one by one, everyone is traded their share. It's a pretty good system for all those involved. People can join just to make money. People can join to try and buy gear. People can join just to have fun and raid for fun. People raid for fun. Wait, people play this game for fun? On Grobulus, we have many GDKPs. On Horde side only, by the way. The Alliance don't know what the fuck they're doing, and this isn't even like a haha Alliance suck meme. Like, they actually don't have GDKPs, and they also outnumber us, so it doesn't even make sense. Like, what are you guys doing? This post
Wait.
is made by the Horde Grobulus
Oh,
gang.
okay.
Step it up,
Okay, that
Alliance.
didn't really do much actually.
It's kind of sad. But
I was
as
thinking
saying,
about it and I was like, wait a
alongside
minute,
Grobulus,
I
we
don't
got
even think I
GDKPs
can
running every
respawn.
single fucking day of the week. You can't even look at the trade chat without having
Yeah, did not
content
take us
as a
anywhere,
fucking
fuck.
post. Delicious. So naturally, in the weeks leading up to the event, I fished around all the GDKPs, messaging the various organizers to know.
Alright, you following what he's doing?
Sort of.
Okay, so he's starting the quest line. and the one thing you need at the beginning of the quest line is a brood head from one of the bosses in one of the raids.
Blackwing.
And so, since he's number 18 on the list, and they only have like 10 rating groups, he needs to go through something called a GDKP.
Which is basically just a group, but the way that you get an item is you pay for it with gold.
Yeah, so all of the items are collected, and then you guys auction off the items with money. So his goal is to go into one of these GDKPs, see if the broodhead is up for sale, and he's gonna get one of those.
To know what the going rate would be for a broodlord
Also what the
head,
price
but
is, if it's
unfortunately for me,
reasonable.
the head was either sold, not for sale, or just a bit too pricey for a humble Lucky Charm salesman such as myself. Once upon a time, I prided myself knowing that everything I had I worked for, but honestly, it's kind of getting old, because rogues don't really have good money-making farms, and with the great Arcanite crash of 2020, I'm starting to see that Asmongold had it right the whole time. Abusing clout for in-game currency truly is best in slot. Please send me gold. It's not even a bit. I'm not even going to send Lucky Charms anymore. I just want gold. Just give me So with no Broodlord heads available, and with all my friends either belonging to my guild or guilds that were going for Scarab Lords of their own, I had nowhere left to turn. No other options. It looks like I had run out of luck. Sight, bitch! I rubbed my Lucky Charm and put that thing into overdrive, starting a chain of catastrophic timeline-altering events. Temporal sickness is a very real thing. I haven't felt quite like myself since I manifested this timeline, but it was worth it, because in this timeline, Virgin's weekly GDKP actually doesn't have a Broodlord head target. In this timeline, Von Hoovy is too put off by the Scarab Lord grind to want it. So in this timeline, the Broodlord...
He's actually not even lying about any of this. He actually created a fucking time paradox.
This way, in this timeline, I don't even have to pay for it. God, I'm fucking good. Anyway, the rest of this raid was a pretty standard.
So, one of the guys, named Bon Hoovy, he was supposed to get the fucking broodhead, but he said, I don't want to fucking do that fucking bullshit grind for it.
Because he realized he was going to have to do it in 1 week.
Yeah, so instead, he's getting it for free, because the guy dropped last minute.
And no one else wants it.
So big.
Yeah, giga big.
Deal. We finished in about 90 minutes with no wipes, which is pretty damn good for a pug. If you came for dungeon drama, I'm afraid I've let you down. The best I can do is let this clip play out wherein I go 12 seconds without getting healed and die. I hope this helps. After we killed Nefarian, we ported to Orgrimmar to auction off the loot. Usually this is done in the Valley of Spirits, but instead we opted to jump out of bounds and do some of the auctions underneath Orgrimmar. 10 minutes later, multiple people
out of
reported to
bounds.
have been bleeding from the eyes due to the aggressively orange background, so we moved to do the rest of the auctions behind the Ragefire Chasm portal. After the loot was auctioned off, I received my split of 379 gold and took the flight path back to Cenarian Hold. All things considered, I was making pretty good progress. I had secured my Broodlord head, I had doubled my gold, my roommates cooked me dinner, and I had a big bag of water and other legal substances. Needless to say, I was overcome with optimism. That was until I flew into Cenarian Hold and saw the swarming mass of people and realized, oh no, I have to hand this head into Baristol, and he's still being griefed. No. For 2 more agonizing hours, I had to watch Baristol spawn, live, and die over and over.
Why are they killing him?
So people can't complete the quest, which means if they can't complete the quest, then people can do the quest
more
longer.
time. Yeah. So there's a group of people called Epi for Scarab Lord, and they're griefing the quest turn-in guy named Baristol, and they're just killing him and stopping everyone else from being able to get there or get their quest.
Can you talk to him while he's in combat or no?
What?
Can you talk to him while he's in combat?
No.
They kill him like instantly.
So in classic is anytime, so in retail is anytime you are close to the NPC
Where
that's
the
being
fuck
attacked.
Did I just get teleported to?
Dude, you're technically in like hell.
Am I
Where did
in
you
the
go?
raid? What?
Where did you go?
I was just walking and now I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Wait. Oh, I just saw you here. Why did it?
I'm in the path of Inception now.
He's in the opposite side of the. Literally, he's on the opposite side of the floor.
I saw. Does he not have it unlocked? Have you not done Zerath Murders?
No, probably not.
Damn, it's crazy.
Is there a quest in front of you or something?
No, there's just nothing here.
Keep walking forward.
Where are you? So press M. Where are you on?
I'm in the path of inception over here.
No, we see where you are. If you look at M, do you have the raid open for Sepulcher?
I can see it.
Far right.
Yeah, Sepulcher of the first ones.
Can you fly here? Do you have
Can I
that
fly?
little teleporter bridge open from Pilgrim's Grace to Sepulcher?
I see it on the map.
I mean, he's moving right now.
Well, yeah, no, I see that, but
He might just be able.
don't
He
know
might
why
be just be able to fly straight in. I wonder if the thing there. It could just be because of all the patch stuff that's
no,
coming out.
It just teleported me
getting-
back.
What? Can you leave? Can you go back at all or no?
Go back where?
Is there like a portal or anything where you are?
No, it just
No, it
teleports
just
me into the
teleports
middle
him.
of nowhere.
Are you able to like press P, go to General, Warband, and then the Warband map to everywhere all at once? See if that unlocks anything for you.
You want to try to fly him in on the bird?
Nothing important.
Maybe.
Point been
Anyways, so they keep on griefing Barristolt, and they're not able to get their quests turn in or pick up the quests. So
Damn.
he sits here for like fucking 3 hours trying to fucking get him to go.
And morale was at an all-time low. The Chaos Insurgents had succeeded in wearing everybody down, and the people cried out for relief, for an end to their misery. I reached across my desk and lightly caressed my framed image of Jeff Kaplan and closed my eyes. Please, Jeff, please help us. Hear my prayer. Do something. Do anything. I opened my eyes. Barristolt respawned, but I was late. I spammed revive and mashed my interact macro. The window opened, I clicked my quest, I handed it in, and I... Yes! As you can hear, I was quite ecstatic, but not as ecstatic as Barristolt, because as you might have noticed, he's still fucking here, not dying, not dead, not under attack, but alive, and standing proud, ready to hand out quests. And you want to know why? Because after 6 long, awful, harrowing hours, Blizzard had finally taken notice of us peasants and reached out their giant frosty hand and
Is anything here?
Huh? What's up?
It just teleported me back. I guess I just can't do it.
No, just can you Hearthstone?
Can I Hearthstone?
Yeah, can you Hearthstone and go to Orbos?
Have you done any Xerath Mortis yet? Is it like locked because he hasn't done any quest lines here?
I've never seen it do this.
Me neither.
That's
I'm guessing.
Can you go to Orbos at all? Like, can you Hearthstone or something?
Here, share your screen. I want to see what your Xerath Mortis looks like. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Hearthstone, and then
go to your map and go to Shadowlands and go to Xerath Mortis. I want to see if this zone is even open for you.
Well, if he can just do the intro quest, as soon as he technically gets here to the intro, he should be able to immediately walk in.
Yeah, he hasn't even done the intro quest to it. If you go to Orbos, go to Orbos. No, on the map. Yeah, the portal to.
Well, he has to be on the second layer.
Isn't even open, isn't it?
On the second layer, not on the first.
I don't know.
And the very top left, where it says Ring of Fates. Top left. Yep. Like that.
Ring of Transference.
Yeah.
Well,
So just go to Orbos. It's probably that quest.
Anyways.
If he can do the intro, then we can just immediately teleport him as soon as he spawns in.
Do you want to clear up to boss? I don't even know what the fucking raid looks like.
No, we don't need
done
to.
it forever.
It's fine.
I've only done what do you call it? LFR for this.
master of the shifting sands, we need
That's
to
it,
locate
that's
the
fine.
3 gems I spoke about earlier. Unfortunately for us, we have no idea where any of them are, and the only person that does hates us. So naturally, Anachronos isn't going to be telling us a damn thing. However, there's one thing Anachronos hates even more than us.
Those
Damn bugs.
Baristolf reckons if we kill enough bugs and provide proof, Anachronos might yet still be swayed. So he brands us with the mark of Nosdormu and asks us to kill bugs in Silithus to improve our shoddy reputation with the Bronze Dragonflight. I don't know what I did personally to be
yeah, go
hated
in
by
there.
these bronze dragons, but I'm not... As an agent of Nosdormu,
And
anytime I kill a
then
bug from one of the 3 hives
talk
or the spire outside
not to
scenario,
her.
I will be able to loot between 1 and 4 Silithid
Look, let's
Carapace
go to the
fragments.
voice.
Once I have 200 fragments, I can hand
The
them
main
into
guy.
Baristolf to improve my reputation with Anachronos. But wait, my reputation's really bad. How many times am I gonna have to do this?
The quest I
Uh,
was already
Give me a
on.
proxy of Nosdormu, an item that lets me deputize
Yes,
other
that
people
one.
so they too can
Yes.
collect fragments without having to do all the steps that led up to this point.
Yeah,
in the quest.
talk to him.
Speaking
Yeah, I'm
of
ready to go.
proxies and good reputation, NordVPN.com/Barney64.
Alert. Cyber deal. Save 68% off a 2-year plan and also get a free month and also get a free gift on top. Cyber deal.
I literally paid my taxes using NordVPN because the state of Michigan for some reason doesn't
Yeah, so once this thing opens up for you,
Hello? I just want to
Cyber deal.
This service stopped me from accidentally committing tax evasion.
you should be
But I
good.
guess it was good. I was doing the campaign for.
True.
Now with the
This-
ability to loot carapace fragments from the bugs, I set
So
up
you'll have like a mini
Baristolf
quest right here, and
Barracks
once
Station. The
this
system
is
we had going at
done,
this
you'll
point
be
is
able
pretty
to.
simple. All fragments
Once you
farmed
get
were
into
loaded with
Zareth
the
Mortis, let us
correct
know, and we'll
target,
tell
which at this point
TPU.
was typo, and
I'll let you do
slowly
like
over time,
one
we would deputize
quest,
other people in the raid as he
and then
got
it should be
fragments.
good.
If you were currently one of the few people able to make the fragments drop, you were given a raid mark so people knew to let you hit mobs at least once so the fragments would actually drop. For the purpose of this video, I would be allowed to keep my first 200 fragments for myself just to serve as a benchmark for how long it would take to farm that many. I'd say under normal circumstances, a solo player could probably farm about 100 fragments in about an hour, but we weren't the only ones here. With Baristolf now invincible, there was no longer an arbitrary roadblock holding people back, and so pretty much every single guild going for Scarab Lord on the server began pouring into the hives at the same time. The floodgates had been opened. The great bug farming had begun.
The great bug farming.
He's not even kidding. Everything you see is legit. No cap.
Is there another video?
There's 3 more.
Play it. Preston, run that shit.
What? What's up?
Next
Jared,
video.
killed him.
Yeah, it's what do you call it? On autoplay.
Yep.
Scarab Lord AK-40 opening event. So, one of the more hardcore goals we have for vanilla is we want to have the most Scarab Lords in the world.
And then turn that
Oh, hey,
first
look,
quest in.
There's so many bugs, there's so many of them, they don't...
I didn't even know this was a place. This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Bugs I gotta kill. It was just a dream. Of course, that was
And then
months
turn
ago.
that,
What day is
or
it?
target that quest thing.
2021? 2021? Well, you know what they say, another year, another video. Am I right? I feel like I'm forever apologizing for taking so long to make content, but I play World of Warcraft Classic for the PC. I don't get to have free time. What, you thought making content was my job and I should prioritize that? Yeah, me too. Then I realized to make good WoW content, you have to go all in. Fuck. Keep it in the video. I don't care. I've lost my fucking mind at this point. Do you know how long I spend farming consumes just so I can efficiently raid log to edit, right? I raid log to edit, right? Wrong. To level several raiding ults so I can be as useful as possible in the Burning Crusade that we don't even know is coming out yet, by the way. You see, to secure the content of the future, I have to grind in the now. And I'm not going to get Glaives of Azeroth just by virtue of playing a rogue and being a content creator. My
Do you
guild
think I can
operates
fly
on a
there
very
now?
strict merit-based system, and
Yeah.
honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm trying to summon you right now.
To earn thing in video game? Crazy concept, I know. Ironic, is it not? Playing World of Warcraft has become my true job, and making content is just what I do for fun in my free time. Being a content creator truly is a joker's trick.
Oh, he's here.
Poor wish. You think you
Yay!
would, but you don't. Speaking
Alright,
of
let's
having
do
no
it.
free time, do you know what I did on Christmas
I'll
Day?
come pick him up.
Hooray!
Killed
Hooray!
me. Spent like what, 16 hours one day in War. Is this seriously saying that?
Can I go in?
You're gonna have and why you're ignoring it?
I just fucking fell.
To hear about Welcome to
Motherfucker, I'm trying to pick you up.
Nax is out. I got a ring in there last night. Wait, Nax is out? Nax out? Nax is out? Nax Ramus is out? Yes, Nax is out. If you got the rep to get in. Naturally, I'm exalted. My 72 runs of Stratholm to get Shadowcraft pants speak for themselves. Wish I could tell you that was my worst item grind, but I suffered through 206
Alright, boys,
full
let's
upper
game.
Blackrock Spire runs before I
Have you never done this,
saw
Jared?
a Shadowcraft chest drop. A fate that is statistically improbable, but I have the proof.
He's
and,
locked in, it's
well,
fine.
unlikelier things have happened. In Upper Blackrock Spire,
I'm like locked into the video. Almost.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
Rend and Nefarious, awkward,
Stay locked
and
into the video.
need seems to never drop. What could be worse? Oh, right. Blizzard introducing spell upgrade books in this patch that only drop from here. I have to go back. Why? With this patch, we also received an array of new quests, which is just classic talk for elaborate vendoring. See, these quests aren't actually real. This is just tier piece vendoring before Blizzard figured out how to code this. However, these quests outside have something very, very important that we're going to need. The Argent Dawn Tabard. Sorry, I mean Consecrated Sharpening Stones. But I am gonna pick up that Tabard too, because it's fucking BIS. Consecrated Sharpening Stones give plus 100 attack power against undead for 1 hour, making instant poison pretty much obsolete in Naxxramas except on the Fairlina and Myexna fights, because they're not undead. By the way, rogues, on Myexna you can vanish the web spray, so go get that 99. Because they're so strong in Naxxramas, I'm going to want a lot of these Sharpening Stones, about 3 per week until Classic ends, so I don't know, let's call that like 6 months tops. That's like 72 stones, but then I also need to factor in, I'm gonna want these stones in Burning Crusade for some bosses that we don't even know is coming out yet, by the way. I'll be clearing those bosses once per week, every week, since they come out until the end of TBC's life cycle, so that's a lot of stones. But one
click on this thing?
Consecrated Sharpening
Yep,
Stone
you
costs
can go to
8
the bottom
necrotic
right.
runes, and there's only one place to get necrotic runes. Everyone needs them,
I am in
everyone's
combat?
grinding for them, and they're only
Oh,
around for
yeah,
a
with all the
limited time,
fucking
because, of
things we
course,
didn't
they
kill.
are welcome to yet another virtual hell resource war curated and designed by Blizzard Entertainment.
Oh, I thought I
Welcome
picked them
to
all
the
up.
grind, but it's not the grind people want to see. People want to hear about the bug families looking through 300 hours of footage. Multiple times, by the way. You gotta edit that. You gotta do it now. No one wants to hear about necrotic runes. Maybe they want to hear about Displate, which is this video's sponsor. They do look good on my wall. Every couple of hours, a random invasion will begin somewhere on Azeroth, signified by a purple skull on the map and giant floating ziggurats appearing in the sky somewhere within that zone. If you follow one of the necrotic bolts fired from the ziggurat, you will uncover a horde of ghosts and ghouls protecting a necrotic shard. These mobs can drop single necrotic runes, but the real reason we're here to kill them is to weaken the shard, because once you weaken the shard enough, 4 dudes will teleport down from the ziggurat and attempt to repair it. Using 8 necrotic runes, you can curse one of these dudes and turn him into an elite Shadow of Doom. These dudes fucking slap, by the way. But this is what you came here for, because these elites drop a guaranteed 30 necrotic runes. Now, I could have busted my balls for days, maybe even weeks,
A
fighting
stroke.
against players of both factions for some necrotic runes, but when I heard my friend only got 34 necrotic runes in one day due to the sheer congestion and griefing, I had flashbacks to...
Barney, you get it? That's your time.
Nope, I'm fucking dead. Haha. Something. And was like, yeah, fuck that, there's gotta be a better way. At first, I thought that better way would be to just farm at 4:11 a.m. on a weekday. But it turns out, even if you are lucky enough to get a shard to yourself, which I cannot stress to you enough just how rare that is, you still need a group to help you. A group that is also going to need necrotic runes, and a group that is also probably going to be of a suboptimal setup because it's 4:11 a.m. on a weekday. It took us about 1 hour to clear this shard, and I walked away with 124 necrotic runes. That converts to only 15 sharpening stones, and it will now be 3 hours before another invasion starts. By then, all the dads will be awake, so this is likely as good as it gets. There has to be a better way. Now, that better way wasn't death rolling this warrior for his last 7 gold, which he needed to spend on repairs, but I did it anyway. No, the better way was in fact something so obvious I was surprised I didn't think of it sooner. All I actually had to do was just wait. 1 whole month to be exact, until Christmas Day 2020. When everyone else was offline spending potentially life-threatening quality time with their loved ones, Red Spawn and I came in and cleaned house.
It cleans house.
True.
And that's how I farmed 200 carapace fragments. I mean, sharpening stone. Wait, what the fuck? What's wrong with my inventory? Wait, this isn't a shard. Where the fuck am I?
Go right
What's going
first.
on? Ah, fuck. Ow. Ow.
You right?
True. No, I just fell asleep.
I wasn't sure if this would actually do anything, and I haven't actually ever checked, so.
Oh my god, it's only day. What's that?
Day 2.
Necroamus. Necrotic runes. What the fuck are you talking about? We're here farming bugs. You have no idea what's going on, do you? Let me catch you up to speed. After Baristolf's permanent resurrection at the hands of the No Changes team, the Horde and the Alliance began warring
Make
for
the
most
change.
precious resource of all, territory. After all, he who owns the territory owns the farm within it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, son? As the hours passed and the many battles waged on, the territory balance shifted like so. Somewhere along the way, guilds of all sizes and creeds began to put aside their super serious dramas to band together under one banner. For the Horde. This was, at least for now, not just a guild versus guild affair, but rather an all-out faction war, and childish infighting was going to have to be put on hold if we were going to get some farm. And so, a natural ecosystem settled in. Above ground, PvP teams would patrol to keep the Alliance out, allowing the farmers below ground to safely acquire fragments. As someone who spent quite a few hours of time doing both, I can attest to you personally that during these hours, it truly felt like I was fighting alongside the Horde as a faction. It really felt like I was, like, actually a guy in the Horde, like, fighting in a real war. Sounds so lame, but it was so fucking cool. I might not be very good at world PvP, but I sure as heck like to participate anyway. Just don't let me catch you alone in Stormwind. God, I fucking love being a... Ow! This system of holding mass territory as a faction had proven to be quite successful, and after a while, the large-scale fights seemed to die down.
Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray!
Oh, I got a
How
shield.
long, Drews?
Not exactly
Yeah, we both got a shield.
Unit had their territories in Hive Ashi and Hive Regal. As a full moon rose and the evening settled in, a calm
Hello,
final
Drews.
reflection
Oh,
of the
that's pretty cool looking
celebratory
fucking
for a
shield.
brief moment.
Yep.
There was no fighting.
It's a
There
pretty
was no
sick one.
drama, no bad vibes. It was just guys being dudes hanging out, killing some fucking bugs. And then he appeared. The one who would put this tenuous horde.
And this is why we shit on druids all the time,
cloaked in a
Jared.
mantle of feathers, brandishing a
Why I might be
mallet
playing a
sword
Resto
by the
Druid
sun
upcoming.
descended from the cosmic
Should I just
realms,
re-roll
the
warrior, bro?
sage of the six moons.
I'm gonna kill myself.
His teachings rang out in the general chat, imparting a most forbidden technique to all druids. A highly illegal Moonfire scroll wheel macro that can tag mobs on frame 1. I'm pretty sure people actually got banned for using this, by the way. With this, the druids would have power to completely disrupt the emergent ebb and flow of Hive Zora. Why be cordial with your fellow faction member and let him have that farm when he literally cannot stop you from tagging it before him? But true balanced druids they were not, and what had taken the Horde hours to build up in mere minutes was destroyed forever. So now we had a bunch of druids running rampant below ground, tagging literally every mob on spawn and pissing everybody off. Oh no! It also didn't help that the druids responsible for this just so happened to be in guilds who had already gained a reputation over the course of the day for farming in the hives whilst not having proper PvP representation outside, essentially freeloading. And let me tell you, when you're on your 17th consecutive hour
Where's
of
the
PvP
lead?
with the Alliance to keep
Where's the chest at the end?
just stomping all over
You had
your
to
world,
run
you
like
start to
all the
realize
way
that the
around
enemy might not necessarily
while
have
holding
mercy.
bombs.
The enemy
Way
might
down to the
actually
bottom.
just be
It's gonna be over
searching within your
here.
own faction for what
That's
type
one
of
more
enemy,
down,
if not
one more
someone
turn.
going out of their
Over
way
there.
to hinder
It's gonna
your
be like over
goals. This
here.
realization
You
came to
have
be
this
known
one,
as
and
People's
then
Great
it's over
Awakening.
there.
Countless memes on the Grobulus subreddit began circulating at this time, disparaging the rat way of life whilst praising those who had previously struck a fair balance between fighting and farming. These memes, whilst very funny, World of Rat.
Rat.
Unfortunately, did
World
not
of
do
Rat.
to dissuade the druids from their path. No, you can't just steal our tags by using an instant target and cast macro.
Scroll wheel go.
At this point, most people had realized the grim reality that even if the druids were to
Hooray!
stop, it was too little too late. The damage was done. Bad blood was already boiling, reputations had begun to form, and the once proud Horde pact was slowly falling apart.
All according to
I
plan.
didn't just spend the last 17 hours merely PvPing and killing bugs. No, I was also sneaking
And
around.
then we're going
on my
to
road
Genesis
keeping
Cradle
tabs
Alpha.
on everything and everyone. I mean,
It's
it's
the
literally
one
my
in, like,
job to
kind of the
document
middle of
this
the
event,
map.
right? So by extension, I need to know which guilds are where, their rough numbers, their PvP prowess, their allegiances, their enemies, everything. And as the battles waged on and I harvested this data in secrecy, I started to realize something. The trick to the Alliance's strength, the reason they were able to hold twice as much territory as us. It was just a numbers game with a huge flaw. You see, the Alliance didn't have bigger guilds or better guilds, they just had more guilds. But if these guilds were to start distrusting each other, if those guilds were to stop working together, well, that would be most favorable to Final Boss, a guild no other guild can possibly stand alone against. So I admit it. It was me that summoned the Sage of the Six Moons. Why did I do it? Because after years of baiting a rise out of public server admins on GTA 5 and Gary's mod, I'm sort of like the deprived mind whisperer.
Well, cause you're a fucking low IQ fucking numbnuts. Talking to you is like talking to a fucking brick wall. You're in my
Butt
ear,
blaster.
my brain and lowering my IQ. Why don't you shut the fuck up for a change and actually use your lukewarm IQ to
Lukewarm?
what you've done.
Lukewarm IQ.
I know Druid players to be the most deprived minds of all. They try to heal only to be out-healed by everyone else. They try to tank only to be told they're trolling and to re-roll warrior. They try to melee DPS only to be told they're trolling and to re-roll warrior. And God can only help you if you're trying to play a boomkin. Re-roll warrior? Inside the mind of every druid is a complacent, beaten down, pathetic loser who only knows how to take orders. To be a druid is to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And when you're a master of none,
you should probably reroll warrior.
So, when a druid is finally offered not only a way to be useful, but a way to unquestionably become the dominant class in a scenario, I knew they simply wouldn't be able to resist. I orchestrated the Great Druid Uprising, and I did it to sow chaos. Sure, the Horde Pact was dismantled in the process, but more importantly, so was the Alliances, and that was the plan all along. Quick fact check. The Alliance have more territory. The Alliance have more guilds. The Alliance have more numbers. The Alliance have more druids. I can only imagine the levels of griefing the Alliance were suffering through these hours. So now was the perfect time to strike, and Hive Regal, coveted for its higher drop rates, was our prime target.
Everyone that can hear my voice is abandoning their current position and you move at that time. Everybody will group up at 3780.
Is this for a Regal push?
Yes.
I think it's time we let these fucking rats drown. Leaving Hive Zora completely open to attack from the north, my guild consolidated their numbers at a secret location alongside every other true and noble guild left. We were going to hit the now weakened alliance with the full force of the rat-free horde. For the last 24 hours, Silithus had been the stage to many large and small-scale PvP skirmishes, but nothing would compare to the raid on Hive Regal.
Michael, where the fuck are you?
I'm having fucking robots. I'm trying to kill the robots. Teleport after.
The raid on Hive Regal had been a complete success. Such a success, in fact, that for the next 24 hours, nothing else of note happened. Or maybe it did. I wouldn't know. I was in this room the whole time farming bugs. My only contact with the outside world during these hours was through general chat, but because humans aren't designed to sit in front of a screen for 58 hours at a time killing virtual bugs for clout in a 15-year-old video game, general chat was even more. I think
you're stuck outside, Michael.
Did you guys pull it?
Delirium were all suffering from
no,
but killed the ads in front of it.
A deity-like figure.
No, as long as you don't pull the two.
Any certain lore or single point of origin that I could.
Yeah, no, that's not the door. He goes around.
Oh, yeah, it's just the fucking what do you call
it? It looks like it's shut though.
Enter Silithus with the intent of farming fragments. You'll know you have bug brain when you start seeing carapace fragments where you shouldn't.
Bug brain.
Bug brain. This is literally a Snapchat name. We need to. Do not absolutely nuke these ads, by the way. We will bug it out and we will just wipe and get locked here.
So auto attack.
Yeah, just kind of auto attack it.
I mean, they got 20 million. We're not gonna.
I mean. Okay. Who is over there? Okay, I guess we're just nuking these. They're about the same, that's fine. We need them to be about the same percentage health, so. Yeah, there and there. No, they're not shared. None of them are shared.
Do I go this way?
Yeah, just don't absolutely nuke them.
That's Alliance territory, and that's all the data I have.
Okay, I'm going to get this guy.
Oh, I can't go that way.
Uninterrupted in Hive Regal during these hours. that we fully farmed not one, but 2 Scarab Lords worth of reputation, which looking back at it now was the peak of our farming efficiency. I don't know if it was because people hadn't burned out yet, or the fact that we had uncontested free farm
don't
for 24 hours,
let them
the
get
fact
their
that we just
casts
had
off.
so many people, but we were harvesting
Otherwise,
fragments at an
we
unbelievable
will
pace. It was during
literally
these hours
die.
that I also managed to complete my personal task of gaining 200 fragments solo.
They have to do like their RP shit. So this one needs to go down a little bit.
Before I went to bed for the first time in 3 days.
It's fine. Let them get their casts off.
Metallic posters for your walls. With over 1.4 million designs ranging from gaming, anime.
Okay, hold on.
Nature, you're bound to find something
We need to kill the ones that are like
suits the space you have to work with. It turns out a lot of artists
higher.
on Twitter have stores on Displate, which made my selection rather easy.
So we need to, yeah, heal the seeds and break the rituals.
Installation takes literally 20 seconds.
I don't have my healing spell on my part.
I got it.
So easy a paladin player could do it. Warning: browsing this website will
Okay.
absolutely make you want to purchase Displate. So make sure you're either a content creator capable of using
Okay, we're good.
clout to decorate your apartment for free, or using my discount link in the description, which if you use will get you 30% off your first 2 Displates, or 37% off if you get 3 or more. Wow! I'm currently smelting my thorium that I have been getting from rich thorium
There we go.
veins
Nice.
that I have been sneaking from other people.
Yo, Barney, fuck off.
I got prepped too. I gotta get those arcane crystals. And I'm about to go to bed. I've been awake for too long. But before I go to bed, I'm gonna
Oh, I
hand
got
in these 200
two-hander.
fragments. Probably
Nice.
like
Two-handers.
200 fragments. I've actually farmed like 800 fragments, but
What,
I've
double
already-
weapons?
two-handers.
Oh,
One
weapon
in
and
four.
stuff, yeah.
Reminder to progress.
We
past
do
what I
want
would have
to...
hand in these fragments to fill
I'll
this
kill these
bar,
if you guys want to go.
and 2 more. Handing in these fragments will give me 200 rep. What? That was. I'm going to bed. And go to bed I did, wherein I caught a delicious 6 hours of sleep before.
This is what me and Michael talk about whenever he tells me to go on WoW. This is what I think of. Him ringing my phone and me saying,
And go to bed I did, wherein I caught a delicious 6 hours of sleep before.
More work?
Now, of course, some of you might be
More
thinking,
work?
"Still kind of much, but
More work?
why? Why? You've pretty much
Come on, Preston! It's time to farm keys!
farm keys! Oh my god, I've done it for fucking 15 hours!
Yes, dear. I'll be on
Can't you
soon.
wait to do that again for this season? Time for keys.
Actually, I'm so fucking down until
So ready.
go
I'm
burnt
so
out.
ready until I'm burnt out and I don't play for an entire 2 patches.
And I'll be damned if the
Yeah,
last
exactly.
3 days were for nothing. I don't go back on my word. I promised you the good content, and I'm gonna fucking deliver, because that's my ninja way. And so that's why I, after only 6 hours of sleep, reawoke and logged right back onto World of Warcraft. However, this was not the Silithus I had left behind. In my absence, the largest Alliance guild, Goof, whom we pushed out of Hive Regal some 30 hours ago, had reclaimed the entire West Hive in a similar fashioned raid, leaving Final Boss with the South Hive and the surface surrounding. And as you probably
Okay, we're going to Domination's Grasp in the very middle. So
I
that's
was gonna say, I
singular.
thought there was one more? No, 3 more.
We have Anduin, and then we
last-
go into
last
the
set.
to the split groups.
I only did LFR, man. What can I say? I don't know the sets.
This is the
I've only
only.
done none of it.
Oh, it's okay. This is the first raid that I actually raided during tier. I got 7 of 8 heroic.
And so those that were left decided,
Or
fuck it, let's just fight anyway. Remember
yeah.
how I said both hives would be left
Oh,
open to the rats
I don't
if
know.
this occurred? Well, that's exactly what fucking happened.
I was not a very good healer.
Luckily, some
But I was
strategic
okay.
masterminds were able to log in before me and negotiate a ceasefire. And I guess part of that ceasefire agreement was that our best
Domination's
PvP rogue,
Grasp.
Kim Possible, would be taken hostage by
Yes.
the enemy. This is literally what I logged in to see. Roleplay from the 2 sweatiest guilds on the server? Huh? This is how you know bug brain is a real thing. Hours passed, and it was clear that the easy free farming of yore was over. The war between Goof and Final Boss had definitely been a huge blunder for both sides. Alas, this was the new reality. A reality of slow farm and rats.
Hold on, boys.
So many rats,
Let me,
so
do this
many
real quick.
bugs, so many rats. And if things couldn't get
Okay,
worse, I then
and
heard that
there we
one noise no one wants to hear in World of Warcraft. There was an enemy rogue in the cave. So now I had to worry about this fucking rat called, literally called Ratbag in front of me stealing my tags. And I also had to be worried about the unknown assassin who is definitely gonna jump me at
Dude,
low
I'm just
health
fucking
with a
pumping
easy
it in front of Anduin, or Anduin. Fuck him.
occasions over the next hour where
Hey,
I
you like
was
this, don't you, you
definitely
fucking
low
slimy
enough to
bitch?
be a free kill, but I didn't get killed. The scenario made no sense. The rogue was still here. But he wasn't doing anything.
Wait,
this
huh?
puzzle weighed heavily on my mental.
What do you mean?
So much
I
so
did like
that I ended up
AoE.
using my first tag to
Oh
rat bag
shit.
in about an hour. Or did
They're
I?
doing
Your eyes
RP
do
and
not
we're
deceive you.
fucking
The
do it
gnome
early.
rogue ran straight through me to get to rat bag, the only person not in final boss in this cave, by the way, and unalived him. And I mean, am I gonna really get involved? This is a pretty good scenario for me. But hold on a second. I know that name. That rogue is in Goof. What the fuck is going on? So here's what the fuck was going on. The reason Goof wanted to take Kim Possible, the best PvP rogue we have to offer,
There we go. Got the
hostage,
Morn
was
fragment.
because they could
Of you.
then put Kim Possible to work in their hives, killing their rats. I love this game. And Kim had done such a fucking good job, as is to be expected, that they felt obligated to return the favor by sending rogues into our hives to clear out our rats. But now that I knew what was going on, I wasn't going to let Kim have all the fun. I tailed Romrek back to the deepest recesses of the Goof hive and scanned for any target not wearing the Goof troop.
We're gonna go.
Rat located. I then
Go.
waited for them to do rat stuff.
I'm gonna do
where I
Dragon Ball
convened and
first.
did
Yeah.
rogue
Fucky
stuff.
bitch.
And of course, Goof let me kill them with no retaliation. So I did what I do best and camped them till they logged off. The rat exterminator exchange
Camped them
program
till they logged
and
off
others
is
would
crazy.
periodically cruise through Goof Hive to make sure it was nice and goof and unalive any non-goofers that were found. And on the flip side, whenever it was obvious a rat was overstaying their welcome in the final boss hive, I would walk into the Goof
I just saw
hive
somebody
and beckon
fall off,
someone to
maybe?
come my way. They would then follow me
No,
back
I
to
just
the
did the
final
fucking
boss hive
shortcut,
Oh.
and camp
bitch.
every rat until they either spirit revived, or in the case of this war,
I didn't
would
think you jumped off
logged
at the right
off.
area. I
Every
was like, oh my
I would cross,
gosh.
though, out of every rat across this entire event, they were the most persistent and the most annoying.
This
to deal
this
with.
fight, by the way,
Since
was
the
so much
moment
fucking
they showed
fun.
up here, and they
Oh yeah, I
grabbed my
remember.
tags for like a week.
Well,
Sorry,
Forest a
really
little
it
bit
was like they
different,
were
but
trying
still.
to get in the video or
It was still
something, so
fun.
fuck you, I'm not
Single
showing any of
part.
it. As the days flew by and we ticked off more and more Scarab Lords, it seemed we had finally created the perfect farming ecosystem. We had the South Hive, Goof had the West Hive, we shared the surface, and rats were heavily deterred from disrupting this, knowing exactly who would be waiting on the other end to camp them. And in hindsight, it seemed so
Oh
obvious
yeah,
that we
the
should have been
cool
doing this
double
from the
dagger.
start. After all, Final Boss and Goof
I
have
have
the
to
same
go back
goal.
to
We
Lee,
both just want to
fuck.
get as many Scarab Lords as possible. And we're both the largest,
It's like right
most
here.
try-hard guilds of our respective factions. This,
Oh, yeah, true.
this only just makes sense. But this allegiance would never have formed if not for a stupid bit of roleplay at like 4 AM, and this is why I will never not play on roleplay servers.
Oh,
This is
2 more and then I got
a
a
silly
fucking
little
soul
roleplay
leap.
wherein
I've
they
almost
took
been
our
up
best
for
PvPer
20
hostage,
hours.
started events that would soon turn into
I
the
actually
greatest
don't know
farming
how I
efficiency
fucking
module we
passed
had since
through
we
the
controlled
fucking
all of Regal.
11.
Sure, we weren't farming
Whenever
as many
Preston
fragments
would you
per
were like,
hour,
oh,
but
let's
they
do
were
the goblin shit.
rat-free
I was
farming.
falling asleep in my
Farming
chair,
so
and that's why I was
great,
taking so
surviving
long,
for
was
the
I kept
same
running
goal
into
as
walls,
absurd numbers of
and
Scarab Lords.
No, I saw.
as you watched me accidentally instead of chaos bolting an enemy, I fucking soulstoned myself. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I saw
no,
that.
bro.
But of course,
I was like, dude, I'm fried.
corner of Silithus. What happens in Hive Regal stays in Hive Regal. And so for those looking in, they didn't see the events that led up to this allegiance. They didn't see the war. They didn't see the roleplay. They didn't see this collaborative effort as something to praise. All they saw was collusion. Cross-faction collusion evidence collection thread. The rats were pissed. Hello all. The past few days I've been collecting and editing down evidence to send to Blizzard regarding this recent final boss slash mastermind slash goof troop collusion. Now with Obsidian Council it looks like. Feel free to add any evidence to the collection. I'm still going through video and I reckon the more evidence slash emails the better. This just ends up making the game worse, so hopefully we can do something to push back against it. And attached to the thread was just a bunch of clips slash screenshots of random rats just getting owned and being surprised they couldn't walk in as a solo player, just free farm in Hive Regal. Suffice to say, we didn't get banned, shockingly, but it just goes to show how
This boss fight, you literally had to play Among Us.
The fact of the matter was, Final Boss and Goof had just realized fighting each other at this point was a waste of
That's pretty
time.
cool.
And the best course of action to achieve the goal of farming as many Scarab Lords as possible was to just keep each other happy. This was a destined fate. It could have gone no other way, and the proof of this is that this Horde X Alliance large guild team-up was being mirrored across plenty of other servers. More importantly, however, this was also being mirrored in the fucking lore taking place in this event right now. The Horde and the Alliance are canonically teaming up to storm Anchorage. Did you miss that? This is peak World of Warcraft. But as the bug brain virus spread, the collusion statements began to increase in ridiculousness. For example, collusion on an RP server should be grounds for immediate removal, which is just, bro, you're playing on an RP server. How do you think this occurs, if not for collusion between factions? LOL. Was me not killing Kumin collusion? Hi, Hi, welcome to Did You Know, idiot? The Horde and the Alliance learning to put aside their differences to work together for a common goal has only been like the main plot point for like every single fucking WoW expansion since, I don't know, like Warcraft even existed.
Only together, united against the shadow, will you be able to save this world from the flame.
2003.
Why did you really just fucking jump into the goddamn hole?
That's insane.
See, I thought it was just a light. I didn't know it was a hole.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think it was a hole, bro.
I'm gonna have to kill Preston now. Come here, bitch boy. This is insane. Duel of the century.
No, there was a hole, bro.
You bopped the jailer? You're an actual bitch.
Someone commissioned this and put it in my guild.
You're a whole ass bitch. Oh no. I'm in trouble.
Bye, Michael.
Dude, he's giving me the suck right now. Oh no.
There was zero collusion there.
Touch him, Michael. Touch him. Touch him.
Give him the touch. Give him the touch. He's bumping.
Can't
He's
believe
bumping.
Jared ran right into a fucking hole.
Dude, I'm so tired, bro. I thought it was a light on the ground. I thought it was just part of the floor.
United States, Goof and Final Boss continued to work together towards securing Grobulus's legacy. Together, we were going to farm as many Scarab Lords as possible before the gates would open. But time was running out. As guilds began finishing up their bug farming and moving on to the next part of
Another
this impressive
time.
quest. Don't ruin his moment, you idiot.
That I can't get that fucking insane weapon.
They want to go and open
and
raid it. It's like the
That weapon is literally one of the rarest weapons in the game.
A very special date.
It should have been a yeah, dude. It's it's an absolutely fucking insane weapon. Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
Look at the pause the video real quick. Read the on use. Just read the description of that weapon, okay?
Use. Remove your target's soul to receive its final judgment. Slaying the soul will send it to the afterlife it truly deserves, granting you a twisted boon for 60 seconds based on its... I just fell into the fucking map. A draft it truly deserves. Granting you a twisted boon for 60 seconds based on its destination. Forming a cooldown requires 60 below.
It basically what it does is think of like Spy Masters, Jared.
Yeah,
for that.
Untethers them or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was basically the most insane trinket. But you could have it on a weapon, and instead of like 15 or 20 seconds, it lasts for 60 seconds. It was, and it literally should have been a legendary. They did not make it a legendary because they thought that the other shit was just, or there was already too many legendaries in the game, so they just bitched out. And I have seen that drop literally 2 times ever, and I have not gotten it. My dad actually got it on his Warlock, and his Warlock's pet actually has it, which is fucking hilarious. Those are really cool. Really cool. It also has like a really cool thing. You can give it to warriors. It's an absolutely fucking insane.
And August 9th. Did you see it? That's an awful lot of Peace Bloom handed in on the Horde side, don't you think?
25,380 Peace Bloom to be exact.
Well, that's because August 8th was a very special day. The day of the Peace Bloom DKP.
DKP?
Dragon Kill Point. This is the thing where where you buy gear with gold. But in this case, they're saying you can buy gear with Peace Bloom instead.
See you soon, Farm Peace Bloom. Thanks, Heavy Hoof. I will. And I did, because this post was made like a week before now, and when you're sitting in a cave farming bugs for days on end, there's a lot of downtime. A lot of downtime to alt-tab onto your secret alt no one knows about, and pick Peace Bloom completely anonymously in Durotar.
That's a lot of Peace Bloom.
But the real flowers were the friends I made along the way. Now, you might be wondering, wait, don't you want to prevent the war effort from being completed? After all, once it completes, there are only 5 days until the gates open, and then you can't farm Scarab Lords anymore. And yes, you are right, but the numbers. Peace Bloom is pretty damn easy to come by, so you know those bids are going to get absolutely fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
And And if it's one thing gamers like seeing, it's big fucking numbers. And when else am I gonna get the chance to see someone buy a mage blade with flowers? I have no choice but to go. However, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not going to be bidding on any items myself. Corehound Tooth? Perdition's Blade? No thanks. I'm good with my incredibly suboptimal double gut gore ripper. Yes, I have Distracting Dagger in the bank, and no, I'm not going to use it because even with this handicap, I'm literally a worldwide all-star and you're all fucking cringe. But wait, then why are you farming Peace Bloom for the Peace Bloom DKP if you're not going to bid on items with your Peace Bloom and the Peace Bloom DKP? Come on, guys, you know the answer to that.
Chaos.
Chaos.
After this Molten Core, I'm gonna run through the logs and check to see who are the absolute worst players. And then I'm gonna give them all my fucking Peace Bloom. I think the true spirit of the war effort is to give everything you have for a greater cause. And what could be a greater cause than gearing up some guy who's gonna quit before Naxxramas? Now that's content. Welcome to Monk.
Now that's content.
Hope you like the entrance, by the way. Now, as explained last episode, a GDKP is a raid wherein the loot is bid on with gold at the end, and then everyone receives an even split of that gold. With these base rules in mind, and knowing that the objective of this raid is to get as much Peace Bloom as possible for the war effort, one can reasonably assume that there is going to be no Peace Bloom cut at the end of this raid, since it's all going to be handed in. However, there was one more slight quirk to this GDKP that, in hindsight, I can't help but feel should have been on the advertisement. Instead, this quirk was nestled deep inside a Discord chat that most people had only just now started gaining access to. Now, because of the events you're about to see, I no longer have access to the Discord, so you're gonna have to put up with my MS Paint recreation. Within this room, in this Discord, was a list of every piece of Molten Core gear. Each piece of gear had a number assigned to it, and that number indicated the flat price. Like a base price for bidding, right? If you wanted gear from this GDKP, you would first pay that flat price, and then you would, wait for it, /roll on the gear along with everyone else who wants to buy a roll? Does this sound like a GDKP to you? No? What the hell is this? Why would they call it a GDKP if you can't even bid on gear? This actually is just a free roll pug with extra steps, and there's a reason free roll pugs don't exist anymore, and that's because they are shit. But there you have it. I had joined the world's first GDKP with no bidding allowed. It was clear many people were expecting this GDKP to be run, for use of a better word, properly.
Am I reading this item sheet correctly? There's no bidding?
Wait. I thought this was a DKP.
Someone was going to have to speak to the manager. Once we had zoned into the instance and we were all inside the same voice chat, I decided that someone was going to have to be me. If this is to get like the maximum amount of Peace Bloom as possible for the war effort, how come we're not bidding? Surely it would make more sense to let people just bid? Because that's what like a DKP is. My argument? Irrefutable. My social capital? Extensive. My intellect? Unmatched. The facts and logic were aligned for a perfect KO. But the response I got might surprise you. Or it might not. I think we all know how this one ends.
If spare Peace Bloom in the end, you can still turn that in.
Yeah, you're not planning on turning it in anyway?
No, I wasn't. I don't think most people here were planning on doing that. I think most people were here to buy gear with Peace Bloom and then just auction house what they didn't use. I think expecting fresh level 60 casuals to care about your war effort above their own gold income is fucking insane. Especially when, let's just keep it real, most of these players are not going to clear AQ40. In fact, I think it's a safe bet to say that 50% of these players will probably never even walk into the instance portal. But as for me, my Peace Bloom, I would rather just delete it. And that's what I told them.
Yeah, you're not planning on turning it in anyway?
Delete that shit. Fuck the horse.
Yeah, I would sooner delete it than not get anything in
That's
return.
up to you, man. You can sell it, you can
You should play Alliance, you fucking
With the Gamer Words in full effect, it seemed I had upset the host with my humble suggestion to run this DKP properly. And the host had evidently not caught on yet to the fact that a lot of people in this raid were feeling pretty pissed off and misled. I recognized some of these names in the raid. I had seen them on my farming ult. They had spent days picking Peace Bloom alongside me, or against me, I guess. So I knew they definitely had at least as much as me. Naturally, they didn't want to let their farming be for nothing, and so they started bargaining.
What if you pay double? Can you get an additional roll?
That's a good idea. And that was a good idea. If people could pay double their roll fee each time they wanted to re-roll, things would at least be more interesting. It still wouldn't be a DKP, but at least it wouldn't be whatever this is. And it wouldn't fuck over the poor noobs who have spent 7 days picking flowers. For God's sake, won't someone think of the noobs? With too many people asking too many questions, Heavy Hoof was out of options. He was about to explain why there was no bidding, why any idea that involved acquiring more Peace Bloom would be thrown out immediately. And that reason was...
I didn't really want to deal with the logistics of having to deal with updates that go up to the 10,000s.
Yeah, but isn't that like the point? Was I wrong? I don't think so. But I do see
Isn't
where
that
Heavy
the
Hoof was
point?
coming from. I wouldn't want to deal with the logistics of trading several thousand Peace Bloom either. But that's why I'm not running a fucking Peace Bloom DKP. Am I making sense here? Or I don't host Super Bowl parties either. Wanna know why? Because I don't like football. Also, I don't own a fucking TV. So don't you think it would be a bit...
I don't own a TV.
Anyway, and then when people show up to my Super Bowl party and start asking where the game is, I turn around and say, Super Bowl party? This is a superb owl party. You read my invitation wrong. And then when no one buys that, I come clean and say, okay guys, I know there's no TV, but think about this from my perspective, okay? I don't want to deal with the logistics of having to get a television. Come on, man. Yeah, but sure you can agree that it's misleading to say this is a DKP when you're missing the entire point of a DKP, right?
Yeah, I don't want to discuss this right
No, the point was to get people to fucking farm Peace Bloom and then turn it in. So if you want to go turn it in, go turn it in. We're gonna raid MC and then have fun. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Whoa, you good?
No, we're good, dude. You're just making this shit take longer. So we're gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay, but one more question. Do you guys think Heavy Hoof is acting sus?
Well, if you don't like it, feel free to leave.
If I leave, you answer the question?
I just got a 232 or 630 or 623 fucking two-hander veteran.
That's actually insane from the little vault thing.
Yeah,
or
from the World Soul thing. Yeah.
That's sick.
Went from 610 to.
Can you just
fucking
so I can just watch this in bed while I sleep?
Yeah, it's a 4-part episode, but I'll.
We're on episode 2 right now.
Yeah, I'll How can I send a playlist?
I'm ready to go to bed.
Here, I'll just fucking share the video itself, and then there's like you can find the what do you call it? Playlist. Just look up Barney Scarab Lord. You'll find it.
I'll be on tomorrow.
These vibes were fucking rancid. So terrible, in fact, that given the choice between experiencing my first change of scenery in 2 weeks and farming bugs, I picked the bugs. Get me the fuck out of here.
I picked the bugs.
Hi.
Barney was a Peace Bloom TKP.
Not good.
Not good. The Peace Bloom DKP had been a resounding disappointment. In an alternate timeline, it was probably a really fun raid with sick loot. Alas, we are here in the timeline where the people who stayed lament to me in real time how shit the raid is. I would be lying to you if I told you that the entire situation had low-key pissed me off. Because my ire was far from low-key. 2 weeks of farming bugs had left my mental on its last thread, and this molten core experience had just burned it to ash. I was about to go from Barney Beekeeper
to Barney Gatekeeper.
In October of 2019, you asked me how I make my gold, and I gave
It's so crazy to me. This came out 3 years ago.
You laughed at me.
Still insane.
Salesman selling his funny little lucky charms. How cute, but also stupid. Roleplayers are so fucking stupid, aren't they?
Imagine some random dipshit just comes up to you and wants to trade you a white item that does nothing. And then you tell him I don't want it, and he's like...
I love that Asmongold, that audio got featured for this.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how annoying that would be.
He said...
This is the Beekeeper fortune. Depending on who you ask, this is either blood money acquired through the peddling of useless items, or the life savings of an idiot commodifying forces above his
savings of an idiot.
I personally think my overexposure to dragons is to blame, because more and more I find myself compulsed to hoard gold. With each month I seem to double my charm output with no end in sight, but I digress. Up until now I had remained a passive player in the war effort, but no more. I was going to use every single piece of gold I had to delay that gate from opening for as long as I possibly could. Starting, of course, with the Peace Bloom market, which I swiftly bought out in its entirety. Gaze in awe as I deal with the logistics.
Bandit.